Hello, welcome to Critical Joke Theory with your host, G.D. Fenderson, Certified Forensic Humorist. Now with new joke technology. Hi, I'm G.D. Fenderson, Certified Forensic Humorist at Large, but I'm losing weight. Welcome to Critical Joke Theory, episode 74. Now with new joke technology, an open caption for the humor impaired. Catherine Crosby, the renowned Hollywood actor, singer, and widow of Bing Crosby, passed away on Friday evening due to natural causes at her Hillsborough, California home. She was 90 years old. Catherine starred in over 20 films throughout her career, including notable titles like The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, Anatomy of a Murder, Operation Madball, and The Wild Party. Their Wild Party is pretty tame by today's standard. The new standard for a wild party is Diddy-geddon, as in Diddy-geddon his freak-off. Rest in peace, Catherine, and forgive me for mentioning you in the same sentence as Sean Combs. Dame Maggie Smith, the trailblazing British actress best known for her starring roles in Harry Potter, Downton Abbey, and Sister Act, has died at 89. Smith's two sons, Chris Larkin and Toby Stevens, said in a statement provided to USA Today that their mother died peacefully early Friday at a London hospital surrounded by family and friends. Her cause of death was undisclosed. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, why are people still surrounding themselves with family and friends, and to make matters worse, she died from undisclosed. Untreated undisclosed. Dame Maggie Smith won 2 Oscars, one in 1969 for the prime of Miss Jean Brodie, and one in 1978 for a performance in California Suite. Smith was named a dame by Queen Elizabeth II in 1990. Smith also won 3 Golden Globes with 12 total nominations and won 4 Emmy Awards with 9 nominations. Rest in peace, Maggie. May the sorting hat place you in the right house. Marcellus Williams was executed on Tuesday night in the U.S. state of Missouri after spending more than 2 decades on death row, as if being black in Missouri wasn't punishment enough. The St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office urged officials and the courts to call off the execution over concerns regarding the trial's jury selection. The vast majority of the jury was white and potential racial bias. Williams was black and the victim was white. Furthermore, DNA evidence did not tie Williams to the murder and the evidence was contaminated. Williams was denied a last-minute reprieve from the U.S. Supreme Court. In a rare move, the 3 liberal justices on the U.S. Supreme Court, Sonia Sotomayor, Elena Kagan, and Ketanji Brown Jackson, said on Tuesday they had disagreed with the conservative majority and would have granted a stay. Honestly, I have no idea if he committed the crime, but if the prosecuting attorney supports the stay, then the stay should be granted. You can always kill him later. What's the rush? This reminds me of when I was a child and my mother beat me for something I didn't do. Once she found out that it was my brother and not me who should have received a beating, instead of apologizing, she said, "Well, I'm sure you did something that deserves a beating that I don't know about." That beating was for that. Rest in peace, Marcellus. Maybe in your next life you can come back as Justice. Just as pissed as you are right now. 4 people were killed and 17 others were injured when multiple shooters opened fire Saturday evening in a bustling entertainment district in Birmingham, Alabama, in what police now believe was a targeted hit. Police believe the shooters were carrying out a hit on one person and the other victims were caught in the crossfire. Targeted is not the same as accurately aimed. Detectives are still working to determine who was the intended target of the shooting, the police department said on a Sunday news release. I'm sure that the 3 other dead people will be relieved to find out that they were killed by accident. Sean Mickey Steins, the Letcher County, Kentucky sheriff, who allegedly shot and killed District Judge Kevin Mullins multiple times following an argument, pled not guilty to first-degree murder on Wednesday. Was the judge shot multiple times or killed multiple times? Killed multiple times could carry multiple life sentences. Steins remained stone-faced and did not speak throughout the hearing. "I shoots judges. I don't shoot off my mouth, is what I imagine he was thinking. The former sheriff was questioned on his financial status after requesting a court-appointed attorney. Steins had not yet retained counsel as of this reading, and he apparently wants the court to believe that he cannot afford counsel. As Josh Miller, the public defender, told the court, quote, "Sir, it's my understanding that he is in the process of losing his job as sheriff of Letcher County, obviously, and will not have income going forward." Close quote. Steins is likely to lose his job? I lost my job and all I did was hit a door with a forklift. Hurricane Helene, a massive destructive Category 4 hurricane, made landfall in Florida's Big Bend. Helene left over 1 million people in Florida without power, millions more if you count the voters. The storm left an unspeakable amount of wind and water damage, with wind gusts reaching up to 140 miles an hour and storm surges up to 20 feet. This is the worst disaster to hit Florida since DeSantis. Retired NFL quarterback Brett Favre, who has repaid just over $1 million in speaking fees funded by a welfare program in Mississippi, is scheduled to appear before a Republican-led congressional committee that's examining how states are falling short on using welfare to help families in need. Republican-led committee is D.C. speak for fundraising soundbite opportunity. The House Ways and Means Committee hearing in Washington is scheduled for Tuesday. A committee spokesperson confirmed to the Associated Press on Friday that Favre is scheduled to appear and was invited by Chairman Republican Representative Jason Smith of Missouri. "I'd give my spare testicle to hear a House member say stealing money meant to help those in need is a Brett too Favre." New York City Mayor Eric Adams, seen here trying to remember if he scrubbed his phone that the FBI seized, has been indicted on federal corruption charges. Adams' fate will be decided in the coming days and weeks as the defiant mayor dials up his attacks on prosecutors who say he brazenly stole from the city he is promised to secure. Adams maintains his innocence and says he is focused on being mayor, as in he may or may not have a staffer that he can scapegoat in mind. Political experts believe that Adams cannot effectively govern New York, effectively contribute in his own defense, and steal more money to pay for that defense. If only he had coins or watches or Bibles or sneakers or trading cards to sell. Hassan Nasrallah, the revered and reviled longtime leader of Hezbollah, was killed Friday in an Israeli airstrike, the Israeli Defense Forces said. This is part of Netanyahu's escalate to de-escalate by killing one terrorist leader for every 100 innocent civilians killed, so long as he can stay in power and out of prison strategy. So far it's working. Violent crime in the United States dropped in 2023, according to FBI statistics that show a continued trend downward after a coronavirus pandemic-era crime spike. Overall violent crime declined an estimated 3% in 2023 from the year before, according to the FBI report Monday. Murders and non-negligent manslaughter dropped nearly 12%. However, crime committed by people who don't need to steal to eat has gone up by the kinds of numbers that Trump uses when he makes up statistics. And finally, North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, seen here pointing at the person responsible for his Nude Africa account, was treated for second-degree burns at Northern Regional Hospital, quote, following an incident at a campaign event, close quote. The burns could also be from the heat that he's been under for being a self-proclaimed black Nazi, or from the friction that was developed between Robinson and Trump, or the burns could be from an accident at an automotive show. In any case, law enforcement believes that no foul play was involved. Foul behavior? Most definitely. Foul stench of defeat? Hopefully. So this is what MLK on steroids looks like. I'm G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist, now with new joke technology. Thank you for watching Critical Joke Theory. If you enjoyed it, please like and share it. I would like to thank everyone who attended my hybrid virtual live audience comedy show, Psychomedy 201, Shoulda Coulda Woulda Told That Joke Part 2, streamed live on plausible.com. Join Plausible and join the fun. And please check out Done Way Past Funny on YouTube, Knob TV, and Spark TV. Also watch the Church of Last Resort streaming live on Sundays on YouTube at 9 a.m. Eastern. And if you are in or around Hanover, Pennsylvania, October 5th, be sure to check out the hilariously raunchy Blessings and Blasphemy 3. Be safe out there, and don't beat the crazies. Critical Joke Theory with your host, G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist. Now with new joke technology.